Hello and welcome everyone to the first TCS Student news of this year. I hope you've been having a great week. I'm Marcus McKeever.
And I'm India Smith. I must say, it's nice to be back.
I agree. It's great to be back, and it's great to start fresh again.
I miss discussing what's going on in the news.
Oh, those glorious moments of discussing Trump.
Speaking of Trump, an email from Colin Powell to Donald Trump has been leaked all over the internet.
Ooh, what else?
Colin Powell, former Secretary of State, sent Donald Trump an email that hackers got into. Powell called Trump a national disgrace and an international pariah. He called Trump racist and told him nothing he did could ever sway black voters towards him because he takes us for idiots. Powell didn't restrict his criticism to Trump.
Well, Trump's always in the news, but let's discuss some real issues, like the kratom drug. The DEA, or the Drug Enforcement Administration, has plans to ban a new drug by the name of kratom. Sounds good, right? Not really. The drug has been linked to lowering levels of anxiety, stress, and even curing addiction of prescription painkillers.
So, if this drug is so beneficial, why are they banning it?
Well, that's a good question, India. When people find something good, they tend to use it a lot. In this case, to the point of sickness. Over the summer, the CDCP, or the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, showed that in the last 5 years, there has been a spike in calls over kratom use, jumping from 26 calls a year to 263. Starting September 30th, kratom will be labeled as a Schedule 1 drug, meaning it has no medical use and is prohibited from being used or distributed. This could be for as little as 2 years or permanent. This is causing outrage in the nation and now has people shouting, "Kratom saves lives."
Wow. I don't know how to feel about that. But how do you feel about bringing thousands of immigrants into America?
Well, it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, we help those who need it. On the other hand, we could possibly let in those who mean to do us harm.
The Obama administration is pushing to bring 40,000 to 110,000 refugees in the U.S. A national debate rages over immigration and security. Trump and his party has promoted fear in the Islamic community, and President Obama is trying to keep the U.S. from being anti-Muslim. Last year, America took in 85,000 refugees. As countries are getting worse, we need to do a better job helping our people. What if it were you? What would you do? Who would you turn to?
Throughout America, mainly in Georgia, there have been unsettling clown sightings. Numerous reports have come in of clowns coaxing children to come with them into the forest. Thus far, thankfully, no one has been harmed, but they do still pose a threat. They have not only enticed children to come into the forest, but have chased them as well. They have harassed many on college campuses, and police are cracking down and questioning people wearing these suits.
Tragic. Well, let's lighten up the mood a little.
This week marks the 36th annual Black Pudding Throwing Competition. The pudding blood sausage throwing, that is. The competitors get 3 black puddings to throw, underarm, and stacks of Yorkshire puddings, not sausages, on a 20-foot high platform. The contestant with the most Yorkshire puddings toppled wins the competition. This shows the proof of the pudding isn't in the eating, it's in the throwing.
And now TCS news. On Wednesday, we had our first gym class. We practiced soccer drills, which were both fun and educational. What a great workout. Thank you, Mr. Eduardo.
Yesterday, we had our first art class. Ms. Katie from the Baltimore Museum of Art, or BMA, and Mr. Scott from Maryland Institute College of Art, or MICA, came and spoke to us about, art. We reviewed what we will be doing in the next few classes, and then sketched and spoke about them.
I must admit, it was fun, but that's not all that happened yesterday. We also had our first sponsor meeting. Students, parents, and sponsors all spoke about the school year and where we were headed so far.
It was a nice group discussion.
I agree. I think the information that was said will be very useful.
I can feel it in my soul. this is going to be a good school year.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, that's it for this week's news.
We hope you enjoy your upcoming weekend. Goodbye, and we'll see you next week.